Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to make a chilled pea salad. It's a very good side dish that I really enjoy making. It's chilled, it's crisp, it's healthy, and it's one of those side dishes you don't see a lot anymore, but it's really, really good. So I have my own created dressing that I use, and I'm going to show you how I make that. It's one of those salads that you're going to want to chill. You don't want it to be warm. The bacon is going to be, everything's going to be chilled because that's why it's called a chilled pea salad. So it's a really healthy and it's a really good tasty side dish. So I hope you'll enjoy this. Okay, these are the items that I put in my chilled pea salad. I use 3 boiled eggs, red onion, celery, bacon, about 4 or 5 strips of bacon cut up in small pieces. The frozen peas I use, you can use canned, but I thaw these out. And of course it's always a red onion, and it's going to have Dijon mustard and a little bit of balsamic vinegar as the dressing to toss it in. So here we go. Okay, we cut up some bacon, about 4 strips, into like 2-inch little chunks of bacon, and then we add a little bit of pepper to the bacon, and we're going to cook the bacon till it's crisp. For this salad we want crisp bacon, and then I'm boiling the eggs. I'm only going to use 3 of them, and so now we're going to chop. Okay, we're going to start by chopping the celery, and we're going to do 3 stalks. So we'll do it kind of thin like this, just about like that. And if you noticed, I don't have that clinging noise when I chop anymore. I figured out how to rectify that. It was really quite annoying, I have to say. Anyway, I am using this little chopping board on top of a towel, and it seems to really help, plus a little mic that gets rid of the noise as well. So it's really nice to be chopping without listening to an echo of it. So okay, so we've got the celery, and now we're going to do the onions. Okay, now we're going to chop up a half of a red onion. And I'm going to kind of slice this kind of thin, kind of like this. You can see this is actually half of an onion, is still quite a bit of onion. My eyes are watering because this is a fresh onion. Okay, now we're going to chop them a little small pieces. So I'm going to go check on my bacon right now. Okay, here you have the onions chopped up, you have the celery chopped up, and now here is the bacon. It's nice and crispy. I will crush it up when I actually make it in the salad. I won't leave it this size, but it was easier to kind of cook it this way. So right now we're waiting for the hard-boiled eggs to cool, And this is going to be a cold salad, so you don't want anything that's going in it to be hot. So we're just kind of playing the waiting game right now, and the peas are thawing. So I'll get back to you when we assemble it. Okay, I've left the onions and celery chilling in the refrigerator and with the saran wrap really tight on them. And the peas were taken out of the freezer and thawed a little. So now I'm going to pour the frozen peas that have thawed in a colander just to make sure we get all the water out of them. So that's what we're doing right now. We're going to let this water get released out of the peas. And the hard-boiled eggs have cooled down quite a bit. I had them cooling for a few hours and then put them in the refrigerator. You can do this the day before. So what I do is I salt the eggs and pepper them. And then I'm going to chop them up in small pieces. My mother always boiled her eggs just like these. I know a lot of people, they don't like them boiled this much. You can boil them however you want, whatever you're comfortable with. This is how my mom always boiled them, and I feel like I won't like them unless they're like this. But some people think they're kind of overcooked, but that's what I was raised on when it comes to hard-boiled eggs, so I've kind of stuck to that. So you'll chop these up pretty fine, like kind of like this, maybe a little more. And you could use more eggs if you want, but I always use 3. I think it's just the right amount where it's not being overwhelmed with eggs. That's what I try to stick by in my recipes, is not to put too much of anything. Okay, so now we're going to add everything into here. Okay, now we're going to check the peas to see if the water is... Now I think we need a little more time draining the peas, so it'll be a few more minutes. Okay, here's the very last step. You're going to take the peas that have gotten all the water out of them, and you're going to pour them in the bowl with everything else. And then you're going to kind of toss everything together. You have the celery, you have the onions, peas, hard-boiled egg, and then this little dressing I was telling you about, I've already mixed it together. It has like about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. It has about a tablespoon of real maple syrup, and it has a little, like a tablespoon of olive oil in it, and some balsamic vinegar, kind of like a half a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. So it's not a real heavy dressing. Some people like, it's the same with regular salads. Some people like to drench their salads in dressing. I've always been one that likes light dressing, but you can adjust this however you like. So we're going to pour this in, just like this. And like I said, if you want to make more, you can. Just kind of even consistencies, and I like mine light because it just gives more flavor to what you're eating instead of the dressing. And the last thing is you're going to add the bacon. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what you do. Here's the bacon. I leave it in the paper towel, and then I just kind of break it up just like this on the top. So you have your hands over the paper towel with the bacon in it, and you kind of just crunch it up. And then it kind of goes on top, and it looks pretty that way. So there's your chilled pea salad. I'm going to have to taste it now. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take a little of everything, like a little of the celery, the bacon, the egg, the peas. Really good, crunchy, flavorful. The bacon really adds to it. And if you had ham, it would have a little bit of a different flavor, but they're both really hearty. It adds a little extra flavor as well as protein to this meal. So I think you'll really enjoy this. It's a really nice side dish to make. I hope you try this and I hope you enjoy it.